Welcome to Hi Felicia. Hi Felicia. Hi Felicia.
Mom.
Yes.
Oh, I'm actually really hot right now. Are you hot?
I'm comfortable.
I'm physically warm.
I'm comfortable.
I'm running warm right now. It's hot in the recording studio. Casey, is there anything you could do?
I could turn on a noisy fan.
No, thank you. You won't believe what Casey and I did this morning.
What?
Can you guess? No. We woke up at like 7 a.m.
Yoga?
That's a norm.
Okay.
We did something that we don't usually do. So we had to finish the episode of Presumed Innocent because we didn't finish it last night. So we finished that priority. And then we went out and did pickleball.
Oh, you're really into it.
It is hot pickleball summer in our household now.
Where do you play it?
So somebody in our town is put together like a free little community of people playing.
It's a big thing.
I can't say our location. I don't want to reveal the location for people.
Is it outdoors or indoors?
It's obviously outdoors.
Well, no, sometimes some places
for
have
money.
indoor.
That's money.
Yeah, you're
We're
right.
not paying.
You're right.
This is a free situation. And I wasn't bad. Until I had to poop.
Thank you for sharing that with the entire...
I know everybody would understand this feeling. Would you say, Casey, like the little volleying, the practice, I was getting it. Right, Kay? Casey obviously killed it.
Obviously.
Fucking Casey's great. I'm okay. Then we were
You
playing.
were never really athletic.
No, but that's why I managed.
Right.
And then in the last half hour, my mind was only focused on holding it in.
Right.
I mean, I debated going in a dumpster.
Which is really uncomfortable.
But I managed.
Okay.
So I feel like I might have finished streaming this week. with all the things happening. Our son Lennon went to sleepaway camp. Super strange in the house. Quiet, and it allows me all the television time I need now, which
Just
is
why you got
fucking
rid of,
wild.
which is why you sent him to camp so he wouldn't have all the screening time.
Right. So it really works out, and he looks and appears to be doing great. But it's really fucking weird. And it is, I don't know if anybody realizes this who doesn't have a child at sleepaway camp, or even if you have a child at day camp, it's a full-time job as a parent of a child at camp to check the photos and to check social media. It is just like all the fucking memes and all the TikTok videos you're seeing of like the immediate just running onto the app. It's a problem. It is a problem.
I'm so glad.
Oh, that's what I wanted to ask you.
Did not have any of that.
So I got to tell you something. All I do is think about him. What is he doing? Is he sleeping? What's he eating? Well, I'm thinking every minute. Did you think of me at all?
I did that.
Fucking bitch.
Well, remember, you're not the only one. I thought of you and Craig, but Craig was...
But then he stopped going, and then I continued to go for 8 fucking summers.
Right.
So
no, I thought of you.
I was 6 years old, and she sent me in 1988.
That's right.
So
and you did great.
I know, and there was no social media.
No, nothing.
And you couldn't check anything,
No.
and you had no idea how we were.
Right, and we couldn't make phone calls.
Did I write letters?
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
Daddy wrote you like every day.
Aw.
He did.
So
I
you
didn't.
don't remember
I
missing
have
me.
not changed.
You didn't give a
I didn't
shit.
write then. I'm not writing now.
That's fucked up. You're not writing letters now
I'm
to my son?
Well, I haven't started yet. I keep saying tomorrow.
Well, he's going to remember, Mom. This is shit that you remember as a child.
Oh, please.
I remember Jennifer Apt in my bunk got letters from her dog Einstein. That's all I have to say.
Then you can send a letter.
I have that memory, and you bet your butt.
We didn't have a dog, so I didn't have
Lennon
to
will
do
be
that.
getting letters from our dog Bowie, and I did. But we did send a letter last summer. All right, Felicia, let's discuss a little pop culture. Before we get into the news, I'm just wondering if you heard about the big viral video of the week,
Which is?
the Hauk Tuah girl. Casey, should we show it to her? Did you see the video?
No. How could I miss something like what? I mean, is that someone spitting
Fuck.
or sneezing or
All right.
what?
Pull it up.
Stand by.
Such disgusting things.
So it was an interview. These guys were like interviewing a bunch of women.
Oh, you gotta give him that Hauk Tuah and spit on that thing. You get me?
Oh, I was close to saying.
I mean, you were close.
Yes.
Do you know what she's doing?
No.
But what do you think she's referring? Like, what do you think she's?
I don't know what
referencing?
I don't know what he said to her.
I think he said something like, "What would you do to like turn a guy on?"
Do that? Well, that's very sexy. That will turn any guy. Yeah, that's disgusting.
Like while you're sucking the
because
dick.
because she's doing that as a gag anyway.
Well, she lost her preschool job.
No.
Oh yeah, this video went
She lost her preschool job?
Yeah, because would you want that chick teaching your 3-year-old?
Well, you don't think she does that?
No, but like this is not who I want representing my son's school.
Right.
I mean, these.
I
fucking
did a
kids
lot
are
worse
so-
things, but it wasn't on camera.
Are
No,
you
I didn't.
like, Ma, you can't say that and not expect me to say like what? Like what did you do?
Well, I remember I told you we had
Jesus
first of all, it was nursery, and they were 3. I had different age groups.
Oh, you're talking about when you were a nursery school teacher?
Yes, well,
you did
yeah.
something worse than going.
No, because I wasn't filmed. No.
What did you do?
No. I did nothing nothing except when a little girl would come in dressed very provocatively, I would say to the other teachers, not to the kids, she's ready for the pole.
Oh, you did tell me that before.
I did tell you that,
That's
right?
really not as bad as Tuah,
Well,
Mom.
no, because there was no filming.
Mom, even if it was filmed, this
that's-
was
well,
worse.
I did.
No?
But what did he say to her?
What turns a guy on? And she's saying spin on the dick.
I didn't hear her say that
She didn't
part.
say that. She's just saying, Mom, it's
okay.
clear to America.
Well, it's taking me a while to get that.
Like, she goes, just spit on it. Oh, Felicia.
I didn't understand that.
Of course you didn't.
That side reference.
Besides the Hauk Tuah news, let's move on. Some announcements. Beef. The new season of Beef. We might have discussed this, but it is known that Oscar Isaac and Carey Mulligan are in talks to star in the second season of Beef.
Really?
Yeah, Felicia's not happy. Give it to
Oh,
the
no.
Koreans.
Give it to. Well, I don't know if they're Koreans or they're just Asian. Let's say Asian.
Yeah, they're taking away roles.
Yes,
So
they
maybe
are.
there's a reason, and maybe they're
Did
just two
Ali-
other people.
Did Ali Wong lose
I have no idea.
control?
We
don't know.
That I
Okay.
don't know. Freaky Friday 2 officially in 2025. Did you see the picture of Jamie Lee Curtis and Lindsay Lohan making
From
the
the-
rounds?
from when-
No, like
current?
recently.
Oh, then is Jamie Lee Curtis? You think she's producing it? And that's why they have.
Well, I don't know, but she was in the
So
movie.
I know that. Who's playing them? Do you know?
Mom, Jamie Lee Curtis and Lindsay Lohan are going to be in the Freaky
They're going to come on
Friday
as
sequel.
as grandmothers and Mother.
I don't know the storyline, but they're going to do it again.
That's what I'm making up.
Maybe Mommy and Grandma. That
maybe,
could work. Shrek
maybe.
5 is in the works. Did you know Shrek 5 is happening?
Oh God, they're running out of shit.
I know but
They're
here's a
just
new one.
running out of.
You
yeah.
never did jury duty. We
No,
loved
I never
jury
did.
duty.
Everybody said they loved
Oh, so good. And it makes me love James Marsden, who is in jury duty.
Right.
He is going to be starring with Vince Vaughn in a buddy action comedy called Mike and Nick and Alice. And it's about the crime underworks. Like, I think that's going to be anything with Vince Vaughn. I adore. Throw James Marsden in it. I'm down for that.
okay.
I think that'll be fun.
Maybe.
What do you think?
I don't know.
Do you have any news? Is there anything big that happened to you this week that you want to share?
No.
Oh, I know it's big. Felicia got pink eye from the Plainview community.
And I didn't get a chance to say goodbye to Lennon because of that, because I couldn't come over. No, not because of anybody. It's not like he did anything. Jeez, I don't
think
know how
you
it
scissored
happens.
too much.
Right.
In the North Fork, and you
Right.
touched somebody,
Right.
somebody farted in your eye, and you got pink eye.
You're so disgusting. I could kill you sometimes. No, but it's healing up very nicely. You don't even.
No, because what did I tell you to do?
You did. If it
I
wasn't for
FaceTime
you,
Felicia. I looked at her. I was like, not looking good. Do not come by my house.
and get to the
And
doctor,
get to a doctor. And
get
she was
medic-
like, why? Like, I'm just using eye drops. I was like, no, you need to get prescription eye
Yeah,
drops.
which I didn't know they
Because
even had.
What
But
I
they
want
do.
you to understand, and I don't think you remember your age, but when
I do remember
when
my-
older people get one
when old-
thing
I
and you
know,
don't
it's
take care of that
snowballs. It
shit.
snowballs.
When I looked at your face, you looked like old grandma. I know. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. You looked like it just aged you. The pink eye aged you. But she back. And guess what? I'm taking Felicia out tonight.
Yes,
That's news.
And where are we going?
We're going to the city to the cutting room to see our friend Dominic Pupa in his one-man show for Pride.
Right. We're right at the end of Pride
Yes, 'cause
Month.
it's Pride Month.
Right.
But he does great one-man shows, usually every June and every December. And
yes,
we
and
love
we
it.
go to we go to most of them.
You didn't come to the last one because you were fucking lazy.
Right.
But because you don't go out if it's cold. But
Right.
now the sun is shining.
Hot.
It's hot pickleball summer and hot Grammy Marni summer. Woohoo! What are you going to drink tonight besides Cosmos that you started drinking?
I don't drink anything else. You know that. I just stick to the same thing.
And I need to feed Felicia. I watched so much this week. Let's get into it. Circumcised Gems. Felicia, I'm going to really produce you here.
Okay.
I know a lot of things you watched. I know a lot of things I watched. Okay.
Right.
I'm going to start with something that I just watched. It's a little cloudy today, and there's nothing better when I see clouds on a Saturday.
What did you watch?
I watched A Family Affair.
And as did I.
I'm
but
so
I didn't.
proud of
I
you.
didn't watch it yet today. I mean, I didn't watch it today. I
That's
watched
fine.
it when it came out.
What did you think?
Oh God.
I thought it was cute and fun. I
cute.
enjoyed it.
It was cute.
Way better than anyone but you. That shit storm with Sini Sweeney, I thought. I thought it was fun. And Zac Efron, can we discuss?
Yeah. Wait. What did you
worked-
think of the other movie where she goes to Coachella? What's her name? Anne
Hathaway.
It's
So,
kind of the same.
very similar,
Very,
but
very
Anne
daughter,
Hathaway is-
older, blah,
So
blah, blah.
Anne Hathaway is in her 40s, and Homeboy was he was like 24. Zach is playing a 35-year-old, and Nicole's playing a 50-something-year-old. So I guess that age difference worked. What I liked about the Anne Hathaway was I liked when they showed like the paparazzi and what
they
happens
did
when
to
you
her.
date.
Yes.
And
yeah.
that did not happen
I
with
enjoyed
Nicole.
that. I must tell you, I
you
enjoyed
enjoyed
it.
Anne's movie more than Nicole's?
Much, yes.
I enjoyed staring at Zac Efron's face and trying to decipher what work he had done.
He looks good.
His body's redonks, huge.
Nicole Kidman looks amazing. She does.
She doesn't look real. She looks like she's this AI form. But can we just go back to Zac Efron's face? I think he has some filler. I think he had some Botox. And do you think he had like a little lip?
Oh,
done?
I don't think so. But I have to go back and look at it. I wasn't fully concentrating. But I know they really didn't show if I'm not mistaken, they didn't show a close-up of Nicole Kidman. I mean, I don't think there was.
Did you notice Nicole Kidman's neck being covered?
Yeah.
Last scene, she's wearing a scarf. Or she's wearing like a turtle.
Can't
like,
cover that neck.
What do you mean can't?
Because the neck is the first thing that
Can
happens.
or can I know
Cannot.
the neck?
Cannot.
You're saying you can't like
No, in other words, you can put a scarf around
Right,
it,
you
but
can't,
you can't
like,
get
do Botox
surgery.
to the neck.
Right. No.
it's the first thing that goes.
Yeah.
And it's the first thing that ages these women who do so much work
Yes.
to their face.
Yes. Because
the
you
neck
can't. I
is
don't.
what
As far
shows
as I
the
know,
age.
there's nothing you can do to your neck.
I mean,
except put a
I
scarf
really
on.
noticed that. I think this is a fun movie.
It's fun.
Joey King is so cute. I have a
I'm
love
a fan
for
of
Joey
her. She
King.
is cute.
And
And I got to tell you,
you
loved
love?
Kathy Bates.
she was a surprise. I didn't know she was in that.
You know, she's in a new show starting in September for CBS,
Called.
Matlock.
Oh, look at you, Fel. Matlock. Is that like a redo?
Yes. From
How old is Kathy Bates?
I suspect she's well into her 70s. I think
She looks good.
She looks
Now,
and
she looks
good.
good.
Now and they showed some previews of this Matlock, which she is in. She looked amazing.
I didn't know. Is she star? Like, is it her role? Like, she's starring in it? And is Matlock is
she is the lead.
Is it like a PI situation?
Well,
was Matlock?
I think she
isn't Matlock a guy?
Yes, it was the old Andy Griffin.
Andy Griffith.
Wow,
Griffith.
Casey Chime. I love it.
Yes, and I was
Wow.
never into that, but he played, if I'm not mistaken, a lawyer and part PI.
So Kathy Bates plays Nicole Kidman's mother-in-law, which was a nice twist
In the show,
in the
we
movie.
just, yes,
in the movie,
yes, but it was her mother. Yes,
mother-in-law, and they had a great
and they had
relationship.
a great relationship.
relationship.
It was fabulous.
Great.
Yeah.
That was really enjoyable. I honestly, I can't believe I'm going to say this. I would even watch the Anne Hathaway movie again.
I think I would too. I really,
Wow.
yeah, because I liked I liked it.
And anything with Coachella, I'd like to.
I
give
just liked
myself
it.
a little throwback.
But that guy was really young for her.
That was the only part I didn't love. Like,
You're
he had
right.
such a baby face. Zac Efron looks
older.
like
yes,
a
he
man.
looked. Yeah. He's definitely.
I like Zac.
No, I absolutely. I mean,
And Joey King's so cute. And I liked how ridiculous they made his character. Like, he plays this huge
Asshole.
superhero celebrity treating his assistant like shit. But they did such... Like, they went... I hope they exaggerated it, but I kind of... I like the funny in that.
I know, but I hope they did exaggerate that. But I have the feeling they didn't.
No, I've seen a lot of
We know
docs
that.
on,
You
on
know that.
assistants.
You
and-
know that.
Yeah. I mean, people treat people like shit,
Right.
especially when you have power and ego and money.
Right.
Did you finish America's Sweethearts with the Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders?
Can't finish it.
Talk to me.
Boring.
Wow.
Boring. I can't watch these stupid girls. I can't do it.
Okay, so here's where we
just can't. I don't-
agree to disagree.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it.
Okay.
I enjoyed it very much. 7 episodes, around 55 minutes each. My friend Andre suggested it. He said, if you liked Cheer, which you didn't ever do, right?
No.
I fucking loved Cheer. It's like a bigger, higher budget than Cheer. But Cheer had more drama. Cheer had the guys and the girls and like a lot more. There was just more drama. This is just like dancers.
Yeah.
I'm a little surprised in you because you
but
like dancing.
I do, but I just don't. I like I told you, and I did say this to you. That show seemed very familiar to me.
It was like, this has been done before.
This has
It
been
was
done.
on CMT, making the team.
Something. No. I'm talking about the Dallas
No,
cheerleaders.
that's what I'm talking. Making the team was a show. It was like on CMT.
I've seen spots of it.
What's wrong?
I thought I heard something.
Casey thought he heard Lennon. It's like the
Phantom parenting.
I just said, okay.
It has been done before.
And it
But
just
I
didn't.
thought there was
it
a
didn't
new-
catch me. It did not catch me.
So what episode did you get up to? Mom, you could say it. People aren't seeing you put two fingers up.
Two.
You remember this. This is not a
Yes.
video podcast.
I know. I do remember. I was being
So-
obnoxious,
You were being obnoxious.
just like
You're
you are all the time.
All the time. So episode 2, it's funny because these women, they're very Southern. Yes, ma'am.
Right.
Yes. I was like, yes, ma'am is the new yes, chef. Yes, ma'am. I will say this. I enjoyed it. It's doing very well. But there was a spoiler.
Hauk Tuah.
There was a shot in the last frame of all the girls removing their makeup, just like their face. And, they're
And
just
they look like
wiping.
shit?
No.
Oh, they look great.
They're so young. They can't look like shit. They're 23,
yeah,
22.
they're young. They are
They don't
young.
look like
They
shit.
put a lot of makeup on.
Yeah,
I
but
realize.
they're
I
performing
understand
for
that.
50,000
I-
people.
and probably more because if you have it on TV.
They wearing makeup makes sense. Other women wearing a lot
That
of
much
makeup,
makeup does
doesn't
not.
make sense. Like
Okay.
the New Jersey housewives or just housewives in general or people on Long Island don't need to wear fake lashes because they don't have an audience of in front of them that are, how many people are, these NFL stadiums? Thousands.
And if it's on TV, it's millions.
Yeah, but on TV you get a close up. In the
Right.
stadiums,
That's
it's
true.
It's a little different. It's like when you're in the theater.
Right.
While
Did
you
you
have to
I
wear.
find it interesting how little they got paid.
Oh, that was shocking.
So that you saw.
That I saw.
I didn't watch it, but I caught like 10 minutes of it when you were
I
watching
cannot
it.
believe
They,
that.
this
was
is what they
interesting
get
to me.
paid nothing.
Nothing. Literally
Because they're
nothing.
probably like, oh, you get all these great benefits.
What
you get to
benefits?
Travel.
What do
and you
they get? Oh, great.
They get the name.
I was.
But then I thought to myself, these girls have day jobs.
Yes,
How
they
do
all
they
had day-
have time?
I don't know.
To do a day job.
They probably have rehearsals at night or on the weekends. I don't know how they do it.
It was crazy.
That was crazy. Or they have wealthy families.
They've got
One or the other.
There's a nurse. There's a fucking dentist.
That part I went, really?
And didn't you find it interesting that like every one of these women, they were like they were educated. Like they're not.
Yeah, they're not bimbos. I mean,
No, but they're not picking up like slum off the street. Like they're getting highly educated women who have these jobs.
and a lot of them, what are they?
I respect it.
No, I
also
do.
thought it was super interesting about the women whose mom was
Yes.
their cheerleader and the
Yeah,
pressure.
yeah.
The
Tremendous pressure. Right,
So I thought
tremendous.
there was really good story there. And am I
that's
disappointed in you?
interesting.
I'm a little disappointed in you. Stop
Wah,
it. Stop
wah.
it.
Oh, I can't do that to you, right? You could do shit to me, and I can't go. Wah, wah, wah.
She's making me sweat.
I cannot watch everything you watch.
I understand, but I
Okay.
heard you watched a documentary on gay comedians. What was that?
I did not finish it.
Oh my God.
Because I'm sidetracked to so many other things that it's.
You started a documentary and you didn't finish it?
Yeah.
What was it? Was it called Outstanding? Because I saw that on my.
I don't remember the name of it.
What was it about?
Well, it was about this, how back in, I guess, when they started getting noticed back in the 60s and 70s, the up and coming comedians who coincidentally happened to be gay, and then now they're finally recognized. I mean, everybody had to
Why'd
keep
you
it.
stop? What?
I don't know. No, I liked it. I just got sidetracked.
Is it because of this? Did the Koreans take you away from the gays?
A little bit.
Casey, put a minute on the clock, bitches. Let's fucking go.
No, there's no.
This is it. This is it. Go.
I have a choice between the gays or the Koreans. I kind of like them both. I'm just watching a new show called Sweet Mobster.
On.
Vicky. Very enjoyable. Actors I've never seen before, which is very unusual. And it's good. It's good. It's enjoyable. It's enjoyable. That's all I have to say. I haven't watched. Otherwise, I do watch a lot of stuff I've watched before because I'm happy watching it.
But there's so much new Korean shit. Like there's a lot. Like my cover of my Hulu page has a new Korean show.
Which is?
I don't know, but I'm just saying, like, you got to check out Hulu. There's a lot of Korean stuff.
I know that. I check out. Do you know how my first thing I do in the morning? I go through Netflix, Prime, Hulu.
Just for Korean shit?
Just to see what's new because I miss a lot, and all platforms have a lot of Korean shows. Netflix has the most because Viki, which is an Asian app, has the most.
Right, we know.
I'm plugging. Maybe they'll give me a free month.
Casey and I, we start a doc. We try to finish. If it's about to cult, we try to finish. Okay. Now, me and Casey, I don't know what it is. We love all things Jonestown. We love the Kool-Aid.
Really?
We've watched shit about it in the past. There's a new one out called like Cult Massacre, One Day in Jonestown.
It was so long ago.
But there was footage we had never seen before, and the stories were really from the people that went in to try to like break it up. And you see footage of like the team with the what was he? The senator, not the senator,
Congressman.
the congressman. Like we hear from people that were shot who were trying to take it down. It was 3 episodes. We were in.
Is that on Netflix?
It wasn't. It was on Hulu. You know, we had seen a Netflix scripted movie that was mixed with scripted and doc footage on Jonestown years ago. So it felt fresh. And really, the mindset of these people who would literally drink poison and knowing it's not like
it's not like it's a setup.
Yeah,
it's not. Yeah, no, they knew what they would. Yeah.
Let me ask you a question. So
I don't know why.
When this was happening, do you remember like hearing about it where you were?
Absolutely. It was a big deal. If I'm not mistaken, was it the early 70s?
Yeah.
The 70s, right? They're so psycho.
I think it was like 72.
I don't understand the
Late
mindset
70s.
of these people.
Late 70s?
All right, 70s. Okay.
So you were above it, like you were of age to understand what's going on.
Yes,
So what
of
were you
course.
thinking?
What I don't understand those people. I don't understand the mindset. I just don't understand how they were raised, what their family. I don't understand how you can get into something and give it all away and kill yourself over
What's
it.
wild is a lot of people in it were born in it. Like this has been going on for years. And
Yeah.
what was also wild was we heard from Jim Jones's son,
Oh God, who was born in it?
born in it, and was not like when they were all drinking the Kool-Aid.
He was not present.
He wasn't. He was in Georgetown in
School?
No,
Oh.
no. In South America, just like in a different area.
Oh.
He wasn't physically there, and he's like the survivor's guilt these people have. Him blaming himself. I mean,
He's got to be much older
he
now.
is. He is. It was definitely fascinating hearing from him.
I wonder who his mother was.
That they did not. Did his mom?
Whether she's
die?
alive or she fell into the black hole.
I don't know. They didn't cover the mom, right, Kay?
Early on, I think they separated.
Okay. Well, why would separate?
What a
two from
surprise!
him?
Right?
Do you want to discuss? I would be shocked if you watched this.
What?
Because this was heartbreaking for me.
Oh, then I probably didn't watch it.
I am Celine.
No, I told you I had no desire to watch. Not because I don't like her. I'm just not interested in her background. They've had it over the years so
Mom,
much.
This really wasn't about her background. This
What
is
was it
about what
about?
she's going through now.
Now.
This documentary was it was hard for me. I thought it was so well done. She is so vulnerable in it. She opens her doors. There was a little bit of her background. I'm not like, oh, I love Celine Dion.
No, I know,
listen to her
I know.
music. But I recommend this. They caught her in such a moment where literally there's a point where her sports like team, like her physical like therapist
Right.
was like, should we turn the cameras
Take a
away?
break. Right.
She has a full-blown, they're reporting it's a seizure, but it wasn't a seizure on camera. It was a seizure, but then you come out of it quickly when you have a seizure. This was her muscles
Freezing
face
up.
spasming, freezing, and the camera was in her face so close. Her face is frozen, Mom, and her whole body's stiffening up, and they're just rubbing her and being like, you're okay. And they have to monitor everything because at one point, do you call 911?
Right.
She is.
Do they give a name to this?
Yeah, it's stiff person syndrome.
I know that, but that's to me not like that's.
It is, Mom. Until you got to watch this.
I'll see.
I'll
Okay.
see. Take a sip. I can't. Oh, just chug. Shots. Mom, this really
I'm sure
got
it's
me.
very good. I know
I
that.
almost cried.
How many episodes?
It's a doc.
Well, sometimes
Give it
they're
an hour and a
three.
half. It's an hour and a half.
All right.
The problem was the doorbell rang just as I was about to cry. I wanted to cry so hard. I feel so bad for her. This is a woman who's saying, all I know is music. All I know is
Right.
this voice.
And I
was
know she's
given-
very honest because I've seen her on interviews over the years. Nothing to do with what
I was
she has
given.
now.
She's like, I was given this voice, and
Right.
now, and she was trying to record another song, and her voice is literally, it's changing.
So everything about her is freezes. Whether it's her.
But now her voice is a little raspier. Like this is.
Did they say if this is neurological or muscular?
It's
or,
muscular, and I think they said like 1 in like 3 million people have it. Oh, like it's so
that's very rare,
fucking
which
rare.
means they don't have much medication.
And she has obviously all the money in the world
Right.
and the team in the world.
Right.
And there was a point where they were like, the guy who was with her during the spasm, he had to call somebody in to help hold her. It
Probably
was
took
really
them a
hard.
long time to diagnose it.
It was so hard to watch. But I have a new love for Celine.
Okay.
My heart
Did
will go
you tell
on.
Dr. Emily?
I
she
did
watch
text
it?
Dr. Emily.
Is
Dr. Emily
it
loves
too-
Celine Dion so
Is
much.
it too tough for her to watch?
Oh no, she needs to watch it. She
yeah.
loves Celine. She's seen her in Vegas.
Okay.
There's like a cardboard cutout of
In her
Celine Dion
dining
in her
room.
dining room, and it's amazing. I think you should watch this, Mom.
I'll see.
I'm
not going to say. You know, Marni, I know you want to tell me what to watch. You want to tell me everything to do. But guess what? I'm a big girl. And there are times I don't listen to you. And we don't like...
Times?
No.
So many times.
I know. And you don't listen to me some. Now you listen to me a lot, actually. I don't know if it's good advice or shitty advice. However, I don't like all the docs.
I know, Mom. I know.
I like a light...
It is true. I do like a documentary.
Yes, you do. And you've been shoving them down my throat.
Well, I enjoy creating and making them. I love human interest stories. I love real people. And I'm fascinated.
I know.
And if you or anybody knows me and brings me to a party or brings me to meet somebody, I will Q&A them for the first 10 minutes of meeting them.
I kind of do that too.
So you're made for...
I know.
Exact, you do.
I know. But
it's a little bit nosy. It's a little bit curiosity.
Yeah.
So that's why I think I'm surprised that you wouldn't want to watch a documentary, especially about somebody who's struggling with like a disease.
I know that. I mean,
And
I'll give it a shot.
disease where like you can't control your body. She said this whole thing like it's not a disease that you could see. Which reminded me about MS.
I know, but you can kind of see it.
No.
Only when she's in a seizure or when
when she's having the spasm. Like she looks fine until obviously she's aged tremendously.
Who hasn't?
Well, a lot of people haven't.
Only you haven't.
No, Nicole Kidman hasn't.
Well, good old doctors.
Do you want to give me a minute on the clock, hey, for Bravo?
Let's go.
Okay. And Danielle from Summer House is out. She's not returning for the next season, and I don't give a shit. She did nothing for me. It's time for her to go. When she was casted on the show originally, I remember I was kind of bored by her. Real Housewives of New Jersey. Jackie is so manipulative. I actually feel bad for Danielle. And like, let's not forget, Danielle wanted fame. She was on like True Life. I'm a Staten Island girl. Like that girl wants fame, but I don't think she's so conniving. Jackie definitely put her hands on her first. I rewound the moment where they had that fight. I rewatched it. And now there's rumors that Jackie's not coming back. I do want Jackie to come back because she's drum. And Dubai is a snooze. I don't know. I'm not loving Dubai. And that's all I'm watching right now on Bravo. It's kind of weird.
Is anything new on Bravo?
Yes.
What?
Orange County.
Okay.
And, oh my God, Dr. Emily's calling.
Oh! Can you tell
hold
her?
on.
Oh my God.
Dr. Emily, we're recording the podcast right now. Dr. Emily, have you seen I Am Celine, the documentary yet?
I have not seen it yet because my kids left for camp and I've been nuts. I will be watching it this weekend.
Because we just did a whole segment on I Am Celine. Felicia won't watch it. I watched it, and you're going to cry your eyes out. But
I'm going to cry my eyes out, but I'm very disturbed by all of it because I think this is all psychiatric, a conversion disorder, which is real, and everything she's feeling is real. But like,
Emily!
Wow.
Emily!
Yeah.
She has a full-blown, like, spasm, seizure. Like,
yeah, that's a conversion disorder. I think all of her, don't you, when she talks about the stress of her...
They said, what causes the spasms? Stress.
Always stress.
And she had just...
But yes.
She had just come from the recording, and she was really hard on herself because she's a perfectionist about her voice, and she was really...
Struggling.
She was struggling, but she was...
Google conversion disorder. I'm telling you. It's real. God. You feel it. It's not made up, but it's psychosomatic. I mean, your body can... It can make it just... You'll see.
Wow.
All right, so Emily, maybe we could Zoom with you next week and hear your thoughts after you watch the doc.
Except I don't want to... I love her so much.
Nobody hears us. It's okay.
Crediting her and saying, there's not even part of me that thinks she's lying. I wholeheartedly
No, she's not lying.
Watch is going to break my heart. She feels every second. It's like when we talk about mental health with kids, whatever. What they're feeling is real. I mean, it's all real.
I know. I just want your thoughts during this one scene where she's in this spasm. I was really, really struggling. All right, I'll call you later.
But did he do well? Wait.
We're recording the podcast.
Oh, like I'm on it?
Yes!
Oh, my God! Bye. I just
Bye.
want to hear about LQ Camp. Bye.
Thank you, Dr. Emily. Wow. What timing. All right, so where were we at? Bravo. There's new Orange County. And I think there's new Miami, but I don't do those. I do all the Housewives.
So
I never did Orange County.
We don't know
Atlanta,
if Vicky's still in Orange County.
I think Vicky is not in
And
Orange County.
tomorrow.
She did all the girls' trips.
Oh, because they get paid probably more money.
I don't think they get paid more. I just think they're off the show and they need fucking money.
Well, they do.
You know
and
what I
it's
mean?
fun to go away on a free trip.
It's so fun to go away. Wow, Mom, I also watched today because I knew you were coming, and we did our whole. You do listen to me sometimes. We finished Dark Matter.
Yes. Well, had you not, and I knew the last episode was coming.
We talked about this on.
Right.
I forgot too, because this
I forget.
week for me was all about one show, and it was all about the bear, which I'll discuss after. But I forgot about Dark Matter. I forgot about Presumed Innocent. So we did Presumed Innocent. Are you ever going to start Presumed Innocent?
I will when all the pressure is off of me. How many episodes on that?
Right now, there's like 4.
Oh, so it's still
what'd you
not
think of
over.
Dark Matter?
It was so confusing, but I'm glad. I don't want to give a spoiler, but I will. I'm glad that
Spoiler.
that all the Jasons got together and said, "Let them go. That's their
I know.
real
I
life,
thought it
and
was
they
kind
want
of-
their real
yeah.
life, and we're just
I liked
posers.
how it
We're just
ended.
posers."
I liked how it ended.
It did. No, I liked
actually
it.
thought this show was solid. This show I recommend to people.
Hard to understand, though.
Only when there were more than one Jason.
Well,
I like this show. I liked it a lot.
now we don't know where they went.
We
back
don't know
to.
what world they went into.
Right.
And what I was thinking is, wouldn't it be funny though if they went into the world with Amanda, like where they were?
Right, because that was a very cool area.
That was the nice area where she was like, "I want to stay here."
Right. I
Now
don't blame
she
her. I'd
ran
wanna stay there, too.
she ran into the guy
Ryan.
Ryan. Look at you remembering.
I know.
She ran into him, but he wasn't the guy that won the
Right.
award.
It was another Ryan.
I think it was the Ryan.
I think it was just totally another Ryan.
Might have not been the Ryan.
It wasn't.
Who worked
there
in
was
the,
one Ryan.
and
One of the Ryans was like
Mechanic.
worked at a mechanic.
do you think it was that Ryan?
I don't know, but
It could be any Ryan.
yeah, it could be any Ryan.
Huh.
But it seems like
If all the Jasons had different lives,
Yes.
why did they all want Daniela and the kid? Like, why did they all have the same fucking mission?
don't know.
Because they all had different lives,
Right.
But I guess they were.
Did they all know each other in college, and then they all took different paths, and now they regret it? I don't know. I mean, I really didn't understand
What do you mean
that part
college?
of it because a lot of them knew each other from college when
Just
they were
him and
very
Roy-
young.
Just him and Ryan.
Ryan, Danielle.
Oh, she went to college with them too.
Yes.
Oh, so
Because
maybe
they said to her,
oh,
he
so
said
you're
to her,
saying
"You have
at what
that
point did
you
they
have that car." Didn't he?
Right, the Honda.
Right,
So, at what point
whatever.
did they decide to split? And to
I
go
don't know,
into
but
the other
a lot of
rooms?
them were sorry they did not hook up with her. They were going. I don't know. I'm just making.
She
this
must
up.
have felt so good about herself. She's like, everybody wants to be with me. I thought that was funny.
Yeah.
I mean, I love Jennifer. I love her. And like
Yeah.
my moment of seeing her, if you had one of the previous podcast episodes, I ran into her at a piercing place. And I had just watched an
Brooklyn.
episode of Dark.
in Brooklyn or Manhattan.
No, Mom,
it was Manhattan.
downtown,
Right.
at Maria Tash, and I just fucking loved it. So, wow, we did a lot. Now, before I get into the big show for me of the week,
Right.
before I go into my uncut,
Right.
I've got 2 uncuts. Do you have anything else you watched this week that you want to mention?
No.
Do you need to look at your phone for notes?
No. I only put down. No.
You only put down Zac Efron. Okay.
Right.
Big moment of the week. I'm just going to say this.
Hauk Tuah.
I would like to discuss the bear. A lot of people are like, yo, Marni, don't talk to me about the bear because I finished it.
Because they released the whole thing.
They've dropped
Tell them where it is.
I'll tell them where
Okay.
it is. It's on Hulu.
Right.
And all 10 episodes dropped. And I got to tell you, I'm dying to go back now to season 2 and watch the finale and watch episode 7 again. Now, I have a lot to say. How many episodes did you
2.
watch? Okay, what do you think?
First one was a little confusing because there was no.
loved the
I don't
first
think anybody
one.
talked.
That's why it was so beautiful.
I know, and I kept thinking, is it going back and forth?
I
and
loved
back?
it.
But
it showed like Chicago. It showed chefs. Like I just loved it.
and I guess from his start, where he started,
Yes.
or how he
and
learned.
a lot of it is
different chefs
is-
he was working with.
and a lot of it is flashbacking to
Right.
the Olivia Colman
Yes.
restaurant.
Yes.
A lot of that you're going to see throughout the season. Now, the reviews on the bear, they're not great. They're saying he's stuck and he's miserable, I don't give a shit. I thought it delivered. I'm not disappointed at all. There was one episode where like him and the fucking cousin fight a lot, and I was like, I'm over all the fighting and all the fucks. But overall,
you enjoyed it.
I couldn't stop. This was a show I was like, I'm determined to finish. Lennon went to camp. I went to the bear.
And by the way, they're about 30, 35 minutes
Some
episode.
of them, no.
Oh, some of them go to 40?
Yeah. Like the last 3, I think, are like 42, 45.
All right, but they're not
But
an
they're all
hour.
shot so well. There's an episode in episode 8, Jamie Lee Curtis and the sister Natalie, when she's about to give birth. The entire episode is just the 2 of them in the hospital.
Oh.
And it's
I
emotional.
was going to ask you because I forgot who played his mother.
Jamie Lee Curtis.
All right, now I remember.
And it's heavy. And
Well,
it's
she was a psycho. I mean, she was kind of crazy.
She's like bipolar,
Yeah.
but you see this moment where Natalie, the sister, can't get in touch with anybody. And she's like, I have to call my fucking mom. And it brought me back to when I gave birth, Mom. And
I'm not a psycho though, and
let me finish.
Okay,
you were just gonna. I was just gonna give you so much praise.
All right,
so
yay.
much praise.
Go.
When I was in the hospital, you were shockingly such a calm presence.
I know, it was shocking.
It was so wild. For those that don't know, I went from like 1 centimeter to 10 in like a very short period of time that I wasn't even in a room. And they were like, you have to go to the OR, like this baby's coming. And what did I say? I wanted my mommy with me.
And they said, sorry, only one person.
And you were, I don't know why it was, because before that moment, it was like the epidural, like you were doing something to me.
I was
Where was my husband? What was he doing?
There. He didn't know what to do.
Why? We did all the
My
birthing
first time
classes.
also.
We were doing birthing
I
classes.
think he was in shock.
And Felicia was there calming me.
Right.
You were like, I was sweating. You were helping my
Yes,
sweat.
yes.
And it brought me back to that moment of like, oh my God, like,
I can't believe I did not lose it.
You didn't lose it? What do you mean?
I mean that I was calm.
You were so calm.
Yes, and the fact that when they said only one person, I said, Marni.
But it just brought me back to that moment. Mom, stop playing with the fucking coffee wrapper. I mean, the cough.
Why do you care?
Because it sounds, it's impacting this.
Can you hear it?
Say it, Casey, say it.
I didn't hear anything.
Such a liar. I hear it on the mic.
She yells at me all the time. She's not that great,
I
by
want to
the
say
way.
in the bear, there are moments, there's air, there's breaths, like there's no dialogue at parts. There's also a lot of famous chefs in this. Now,
Was it Danielle?
Danielle Ballud.
Right.
Who
Who's the other?
I actually interviewed him once.
Oh.
And he is fantastic. Now, side note, this week I've been listening to a book that I also just finished called Unreasonable Hospitality. Okay.
Unreasonable Hospitality. Okay.
This book I fucking loved, and is a great book to listen to while you're watching The Bear, because in episode 7, the cousin episode in season 2, he's reading Unreasonable Hospitality.
Oh, that's funny.
It's about the guy that now owns 11 Madison Park. He worked with Danny Myers. It's all about the reviews of this book are, this is not just for people in the food industry. This is not just for chefs. It's not just for people in hospitality. This is for people who want to go above and beyond for their clients. It's for any industry. I told Casey, listen to this.
Right.
You have to listen to this book. It's really about thinking about the people you're working with.
Right.
So, for instance, in season 2 of episode 7, when they bring the deep dish Chicago pizza, okay?
Right.
This guy who wrote this book, Unreasonable Hospitality, he makes an appearance in one of the episodes. Okay. And the book, it's a fucking great book, and it's got the bear all over it. And you see, I think he was a consultant, or he helped write some of these stories.
Right, that makes sense.
And it is such an insight into the food world. I would say I'm not like a crazy foodie, but like I'll eat anything, and I love a good fucking Michelin meal. But I wish I could go for more of those restaurants.
We can.
And high end
and
dining.
we also don't like spicy.
I love everything. I will eat anything. If I'm at a Michelin star restaurant and there's a 10-course meal, give it to me. But they're also very into hospitality. Yes, Mom. She's holding
this big.
They're this big, but there's 10 courses.
Right.
I mean, I remember when I was in Brazil, I was going to Michelin star restaurants thanks to my boss, and it was like
nice.
And you're full after, but it was so enjoyable. And the guy that wrote Unreasonable Hospitality is married to Christy Tossi from Milk Bar. And I've done some Milk Bar content as well for Milk Bar. And if you know of anything about, she started the cereal ice cream. There's Milk Bar ice cream cakes. There's a Milk Bar store next to the East Hotel. If you have any inkling and you love the bear and you love chefs and you just love this world, get this book, Unreasonable Hospitality. It came out in 2022. Somebody in the event world recommended it, and I fucking loved it. I loved it. So are you going to continue to watch The Bear?
Yes, of course I am.
Well, Mom, you surprise me sometimes.
I didn't feel like binging it for 10 episodes, and I'm just going to do it at my pace.
That's fine, and I think many people are doing that. Like my neighbors last night said, don't ruin it for us, Marni. We're doing one episode a night.
Right.
Now, in shocking news, I went to the movies last night.
Oh, what did you see, by the way?
I fucking went to the movies.
With Casey?
No.
Oh, alone? Did you go alone?
I did not go alone. Casey was working, and my neighbors next door said, do you want to see Kinds of Kindness? It's opening night of Kinds of Kindness, the Emma Stone movie that Yorgo, who did Poor Things, the guy, won tons of awards and all the Cannes Film Festival. And I was like, oh my God, Avi, I have to see this movie.
Is that independent?
It's playing at the Regal. But it's Yorgo Lanthimos. So it's not a commercial film, but you have Emma Stone, Jesse Plemons, William Dafoe, Margaret Qualley.
Oh, William Dafoe is back?
he's one of those directors. He likes working with you. He brings them back.
Yeah.
So we all went into this film not knowing anything.
Right.
Which
I
is
know
great.
nothing
I knew
about
nothing
it.
about Poor Things.
I heard nothing.
And you
about
heard,
it.
I'm assuming we didn't know much about Poor Things when that was on.
I did not.
Did you like Poor Things?
It was weird, but
All right,
yeah,
I loved it.
Okay.
I loved Poor Things. I was very open to loving this movie. Mom, this movie is a triptych, which means it's 3 parts, okay?
Right.
It's like movie 1, movie 2, movie 3, literally where there's like little credits at the end of each part.
Oh,
Spoilers.
really?
Spoilers. And they're the same actors in each one playing different characters. And in some of the movie parts, there's a new actor. So in one of them, Hunter Schafer from Euphoria is in it. But William Dafoe, Emma, Jesse Plemons, who I love Jesse Plemons. That man is a great actor. He was in Friday Night Lights. He's in a ton of shit now. He's married to Kristen Dunst. She's thinking.
He lost a lot of weight, by the way.
Well, there was like all this drama. Did he do Ozempic? He lost some weight.
Blah, blah, blah. Okay.
So the movie.
Tell me.
I was speechless. I was disturbed. I was moaning apparently during the movie. Not moaning, but like, ugh, like no, like my neighbor who sat next to me was like, she was entertained by my reactions of like, come on, really? Does Emma Stone have to masturbate in every Yorgo movie? Okay, yep. You would hate it. I think you would hate it.
I probably would.
It doesn't take place in this like fantastical world like Poor Things. This is like a normal situation, but like really fucking weird. Like one's about a cult, which, I don't mind. It was just so disturbing. I really do believe if you're like a lover of this director's movies, you're going to love this. But
So think about it. If this
was really
director
fucking
only
disturbed.
does disturbing things, he must be really disturbed.
Well, he didn't write it.
I
but I think
understand
he
that.
did co-write it. But Emma Stone is great in it.
She is. Well, she's
all
great
the actors
anyway.
are great in it.
Right.
All the actors are great in it. I did not love this movie. I'm going to say it. I did not.
If you didn't love it, I would hate it.
And Lauren and Casper, my neighbors, had to leave. They didn't know, not leave. I mean, they left saying, I don't know how I feel about the movie.
They had to think about it. They had to think about
meditate
it.
on it,
Yeah.
marinate on it. I'm still thinking about the movie. It's bonkers. It's so weird. And I struggled. And did I think I want to leave, walk down the block, get a slice of pizza? I did. And maybe just walk home. It crossed my mind because I got nothing to eat in the movies and I was hungry. And it was fucking 2 hours and 45 minutes.
Oh,
and that's what set
They
me.
made it that long?
They made it that long.
Whoa.
I still think there should be a rule. I didn't even, when Oppenheimer was 3 hours, I fucking loved it. I didn't think, I never looked at my watch. I looked at my 3 different movies. I looked at my watch each time.
Right.
I looked at my watch each time. I thought about Lennon. I thought, oh, Casey would hate this. I don't know. I thought about so many things. One of them was leaving, but I didn't leave. So I'm curious because I know my old production peeps are going to want to see this movie. Everyone's going to want to watch it. And I'm sure I'm going to hear some feedback that I'm out of my mind.
Right.
But as I was leaving the theater, you heard people that the theater was not crowded.
I've never even heard of the movie. And I'm sure, yeah, of course, the theaters are empty anyway.
No, the theater had peeps, but this exact audience was like, some people were like, what was that? And then some nerd dudes were like, that's Yorgo. He went back to his old films.
Oh, there you go.
Like that's his thing, like The Lobster, da-da-da. I really struggled. But can we discuss how much I watched this week?
Yeah, you watched a lot because your son is gone.
He's been gone since Thursday.
And you have apparently you have a lot of
He's
time.
been gone for 2 fucking days.
I know, you have a lot of time in your hands.
Well, and I played pickleball. Okay. And I went to a hot Pilates class. So I'm making it all work, Mom. I'm staying fit. We're going out tonight. And Casey and I are going to Hudson Valley for a few days with our dog.
With the dog,
We're
right.
so excited. And good news is, because this is this part.
Bye, Felicia.
I don't think there's anything really big this week coming up. She's thinking.
I don't know. I have to go back on my Netflix because I check things off when I see it's coming up.
What do you mean you check things
Like
off?
it says, reminder. It's like a reminder.
Look at you. You set the reminders. I love setting a reminder. I do that too.
I do that on
I'm so
whenever
proud
I
of
can.
you.
Yeah. And if I'm interested, if it's whatever platform it's on, I always set the reminder and I go and start it and I go, whatever.
I'm proud of you.
Yes.
I started season 2 of Loot with the Maya Rudolph show.
You do like that one, which
It's
I know
cute,
is
it's
good.
fun.
I know
it's
it's easy.
easy.
I know.
I'm not
I
like
know.
this is the best show ever. It's no, Schitt's Creek, but I will finish that. And I got some feedback from a listener, Maggie Hennick, who suggested I start Below Deck. She said skip season 1, get into season 2. So I'm not ready to binge another show like a Bravo show because I have to really be in that mindset. But yeah, wow. I'm just watch The Bear, everybody. That's the show of the
Well, that's the
fucking
show.
week.
That's the show of the summer.
That is the show. I love it. You're not going to be happy when I say this, but I want one of Carmi's tattoos. I'm not going to say which tattoo it is.
He's got incredible blue eyes, I must say.
Wow.
I
Hot
mean,
Rodent Summer, baby.
I know.
I fucking love that show. And when you listen to Unreasonable Hospitality or read it in correlation with The Bear, you just have so much respect for that industry. That's really what it's about.
I think for chefs or anybody working at like a very good kitchen,
right.
It's not 24/7. I mean, it's 24 hours a day for especially the owner or the chef.
Right.
It's nonstop. They really
they
work
work so
very,
hard.
very
It's
hard.
their life. It's their life.
It's their life.
But Unreasonable Hospitality, how to treat people right. And now forget about it. Now when we go out, I'm like, I'm now judging how I get treated in a restaurant or like how they set the table or if they give me this. Like I was at the dinner Thursday night and like I was with some teachers and they got wind that they were teachers at the table, so they brought shots. And I was like, that's Unreasonable
wow.
Hospitality.
Yeah.
They're going a step beyond.
Right. That's nice.
So nice. I was like, I'm a teacher of life. Thanks.
She's a life coach for me.
I'm your life coach
Yeah,
now?
you're my life
Let's go
coach.
party it up at NYC with the gays.
Right.
Bye, Felicia.
Bye, Marni.
My Felicia, bye Felicia.
Spit on that thing.